You've got Game Face, and this is NoLimits 2 Workshop Creations. I've picked out a new set of tracks, I think 6 of them, and we're going to check them out. I think a couple of them might even be made by subscribers. So, here we go. I hope you'll join me. This track is called Vampire, and it is inspired by... It may even be modeled after a real track in, I can't remember where now. My brain is drawing a complete blank. I have a couple ideas, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. But like I said, it is inspired by a real track. That is even called Vampire, I believe. I'm sorry, I should do more research. I should write it down. I do the research, I just can't remember it when I'm talking. Ooh, that's awesome. Like that. Whoa! Holy shit! Wow. That is so cool. I haven't really found some any hanging tracks or you know, that style of tracks that I really like, but I really like the way that started. I may be writing it differently now. I might be looking at the track instead of looking at the ground below, and maybe that made the difference. But I like that. That was pretty good. It was short, but a lot of them are. And a lot of real tracks are short. And that's one thing I find. You can do as much as you want in NoLimits 2. It's basically only costing you your time. And this is called Electro. That's cool. The arrows going up the side. Whoa, they sort of lose resolution as you look up to the top, though. Whoa. Okay, that's a little different. Okay, yeah, I guess I feel some things there. It's kind of hard to, okay, when you have the lights in field of view, you get the sense of motion. But yeah, it's a totally different experience. I was like, that comes out of nowhere. That comes out of nowhere in this track. Short, but interesting. Very interesting concept. You can only really see you're moving when you have reference to the lights. Have it as a point of reference. This track is called Serpent. Now, if I don't seem so thrilled, it's because of the pain in the ass it was to get into this fucking cart. I'm sorry, you shouldn't be making it difficult for users to ride your coaster. That's immediate bad impression, and right now, how am I supposed to say anything good? It's already tainted. It does seem like a good coaster. But I actually feel like I waited in line for fucking 10 minutes. I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's popping in front of me. That's pretty fucked up. That could have been a real good ride. I'm gonna say that the whole maze to get in, and then the gates to stop you from getting into the first coaster are infuriating and a poor design. Now I'm reviewing the coasters, but no, I'm saying what's truthful. Everybody's gonna have this experience. This is called Auger 291 degrees. For some reason, I can't move my mouse. I'm just on the ride here. One thing I'm gonna note immediately is, now that I'm in the right seat, This looks fucking awesome. I already ran it. That's not what I normally do. I already ran it, but I had to stop my computer. I had to restart everything in SLI in order to even run it. So that's the first thing to take note of here. This track requires some intensive graphics processing. Right now, I'm not even getting 60 frames per second with dual 770s in SLI. Without, I couldn't run it. I could not ride this track. I was getting sub 20 frames per second. Now I am recording. That does give it a 30% hit, but I'd worry about this track otherwise. But here we go. My frame rate is down to 15. There's too much going on here. It's beautiful, but there's too much going on. Way too much. Wow, awesome ride though. Awesome ride. It just looks so sweet. I would, if I really wanted to have this ride really smooth, I would have to go turn down the graphics quality, because right now, again, I'm at sub 20 frames per second. Nothing runs at sub 20 frames per second on my machine, except for Dying Light when it first came out, but that doesn't count. They fixed that. This needs some high optimization. I'll say this is a beautifully done track. The music, the atmosphere, it's the most immersive track so far, other than maybe going into the Oculus. Ooh, but again, with the frame rate, it would be unplayable in the Oculus. It would probably make you ill. This is Canyon Diver. This one caught my eye immediately. Should be very interesting. Ooh, a launch track. Oh yes, yes, I like that immediately. Wow. I like it when things come close to me in the coaster. It's not really fast, but when things are closer to you, it gives you a feeling of speed anyway. Or a greater feeling of speed. Not that that's not slow in any way, shape, or form. Oh yes, I see why it's called Canyon Diver. It gets faster as you go. I bet you this gets lifted near the end. Oh, okay. Another magnetic launch. And dive. I think this is nicely done. Holy shit. Yep, very good. Like that little weave when it, follows the contours. That's awesome. This is Coonan. Coonan. Yes, it's Coonan. It's based on a real track. Whoa. Frickin' joystick starts vibrating. Sorry. Wow. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, it's really quite twisty, and it like intertwines the track. It's very short, but again, that's the one thing I've noticed about tracks that are modeled after real tracks that really exist, is they're shorter. They don't have unlimited budgets like you have in NoLimits 2. That one track, Auger 291, was just intense. I'm so disappointed that I couldn't run it better, run it at a higher frame rate. I'll have to wait until I upgrade my video cards for that, I think. Though like I said, my machine is no slouch at all. So, until next time, I'm GameFace. This was NoLimits 2 Workshop Creations. If you liked it, click the button. If you want more, subscribe. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.